Wrist drip like a mango, fingertip like I'm Thanos, knocking those down no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two former division rivals in the old AFC West, the Seahawks and Chargers, are underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Returning is Peppers. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
One, ready?
They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Harris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll cover the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to a safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now a first down carry for Harris. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. Now it's Burrow. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. But back in my day, we used to call him like this, a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up the first and goal.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last two plays having gone backwards? Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
Up and good for Santoso. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They go play action with Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here comes Peppers. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Play action. It's Burrow. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
2 yards on the play. It's second and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. The Chargers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And the Chargers first down.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
On one, ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season, but they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed it pretty closely throughout this season. Early on, I know I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew, so plenty of credit to...
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play action. It's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. To the right side, this is Taylor. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defense has only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Tyler Bass on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From the 36, Burrow. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain there of 30 big ones.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Harris running straight ahead. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
It's now 4th down.
Ryan Santoso on now to try the field goal.
from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Up and good for Santoso. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Up and good for Santoso. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Seahawks take over first down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
It's brought in by Harris. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
11 MT.
Now Burrow on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 on a Charger TD. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And he bangs this one through to make it a 13-9 game now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first down 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Burrow's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On the give, this is Harris. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. First down, here's Burrow. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here we go.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
11.
They hand this off to Harris. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Burrow will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And some space here. And they work this out past the 25. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the 2nd half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
I'm one, right?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out right. And now here's another interception.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
They go play action now. Wilson toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert. Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's Taylor.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Wilson going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's Bass now to send it away. Fields it right around the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40, 20, 10. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Ryan Santoso now for the extra point.
And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Chargers 21, Seahawks 16.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. Oh, good move. 4th down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the Sticks.
And Wilson going to keep it again.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4.
98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Chargers are looking like they'll move to 6-1 as they extend their 4th quarter lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That's caught by Howard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Evans.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence, but we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And that one makes this a 19-point game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Gregory Rousseau.
And there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us a ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, but he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Burrow, that's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They go play action with Burrow. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Oh, Wilson going to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.